Delta 1706, ready for taxi.
I'm doing it, Mum, I'm doing it! Oh,
1706,
sorry, we're a few minutes late
Bravo,
starting.
hold Titan.
Yeah, it's
Roger,
fucked.
taxi.
It's doing the thing again
Delta 1706.
that Concorde does, which is playing silly beggars. I was keying in the position that we are on the stand so I could do an alignment, and it let me put the north coordinate in, but refusing plain blank to put me to let me put the west in. So I'm just trying to reload the plane now, but my you will hear we're on Twat Sim. We are on Twat Sim. So yes, we are going to be Twat numero uno. Oh, an FSX just crashed. Right, okay, well at least we can start from scratch, I suppose. I was hoping app already running. Oh, you suck, Steam. Well, you suck, FSX. So, okay, right. Let me restart that then. It's going to take a few minutes, I'm afraid, troops. But we have done the flight plan. I have pre-filed, although I'm now going to have to file again. Well, I suppose I can show you some of that at least. Let's put center screen on. I need to do some funky overlays really and sort this abomination that I call my professional live streaming out. So here's the flight plan. Zoom that in so you can actually see it. There we are, Speedbird Concorde 9034. Concorde is a heavy, CONC is the type code, Alpha is the equipment code. True airspeed, it's many numbers. Proposed departure time has now completely gone to rat shit because we're not going to get there. Let's just load that up. Cruising altitude 60,000. We're not going to hit it. I'll tell you now, we're not going to hit it. Estimated flight time of just over an hour. Actually, that's not accurate. It's about an hour and 10, something like that, I think. But we will be, for the first time, going supersonic. So let me drag that over there. This is a real world flight. And we are going from London Heathrow, assuming my VAS plays ball, up to Keflavik in Iceland. Now, going off that quick test there, my VAS was not playing ball. I've reinstalled all my UK 2000 scenery with like low settings, so you know, as minimal impact on frames and all that shit as possible. I did reinstall Concorde, but I've still got that weird texture issue. I don't know why it's doing that. Fucked if I know. Not a clue, mate. But we are going to give it a go. Now, Heathrow control is on, so in Heathrow Director, so we may well have some control. He's only just come on. It's Lee Roberts, very good controller. So we'll see if we can even remotely follow his requests. I want to, actually. Let's just do that. We'll go, hello, Pippa. Why is it always, as soon as I sit down and start the stream, you come and bother me? When I'm not streaming, you don't bother me. So we're going to, 423 is the gate I've chosen. Is Active Sky still running? Yeah, Active Sky didn't die. That's promising. Did that die? No, that didn't die. So this is right. This is our takeoff for. We've got a V1 of 169er. Rotation of 1908, V2 of 219er, takeoff CG 54 degrees, and all the good stuff that we like there. So let's try this again, shall we? In terms of charts, that's a reasonably good question. So our departure, we're going to Compton. Now, whether it actually gives us a departure, we should be taking off 27 left. 27 left is the landing runway at Heathrow at the moment. But Concorde typically takes off from 27 left because it parks at Terminal 4. Or parked at Terminal 4, should I say. So we should, hopefully, if Lee's playing the game of realism and all that, give us the 27 left departure, which puts us actually on the Compton 3 Golf. Basically, we take off, fly runway heading a bit, and then we intercept a 269er radial into the Woodley NDB, and from there we intercept the Compton radial of 101. So a little bit of stuff to do there. We'll probably hand fly it to Woodley because it is an NDB, not a VOR. We'll probably hand fly it to Woodley, or hand fly it till we hit the Compton radial of 101, and then we'll go into VOR lock at about 6,000 feet. Hopefully, if we're up there by that time, we need to be above 4,000. Really, we need to be above 3,000 by 11 miles from London. I don't think we'll have a problem getting to that, because we're not going to be stupidly heavy. So we should make the altitude restrictions not a problem. It's just more the speed I'm worried about, because I'm not quite quick enough to click all the buttons when you need to click all the buttons, because yeah, you know how many times I've flown this, because it's pretty much all been on stream. So. But we're going to try. We're going to give it a go. I'm going to chuck myself at the deep end. We're going to go up to Keflavik. This is inspired by what's his face? I completely forget his bloody name. Sorcerer Dave. So I was watching his flight up to Keflavik, and I've got as far as his top of descent. I've not actually watched any further than that just yet. So we've got a named storm. Oh, that's, yeah, no. What we want is brief. And BIKF. Expected weather conditions at Compton, 350 degrees, 8 knots, Kavok. Right, brilliant. So actually we've got reasonably decent winds and stuff there. Right, so we're back in. Let's try this madness again. So VPilot is unable to connect to the simulator. Alright. Try restarting VPilot then. FSUI PC having a bit of a hissy fit. No, we're in now, we're in. File flight plan. Okay, cool. And what we're going to do is put the parking brake on. That'll be a good idea. We are going to request ground power. We are going to request ground air. And why the hell not request aircraft repair. We're going to shut up that annoying... Oh, it does like to shout at you, this plane does. We're going to connect ground power. Wow, my frame rate's... Why have we not got ground power? Request ground power. Oh shit, is it loaded with the panel state of ready to fly? No, cold and dark. Right, there we go. Request aircraft repair. Request ground air. Request ground power. There's ground power. So we have electrics. We know that because it's beeping at us like an absolute shut up, you annoying thing. We are going to tune to Heathrow Director again, 119725. 119725. There we are. We are going to have a look-see at this. We're going to go to pause. Let's see if it's going to play ball this time. Pause, pause, pause. Now, I don't know if remote works in the pause, but let's find out.
Delta 106 via Alpha 3, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff, 27
We're at north, 51, 27.
Yeah, Roger, Delta 170.
4.
We're going to take off on runway 27 right.
No, it doesn't transfer across. West.
American
There we go, it's working this time.
Link to 1, link to 2, hold Alpha 2.
263.5. 263.5.
Link 2, find a link 2.
See, now why has it done that?
2 for American 101.
Why is it overriding what I'm keying in? Does the chart not match where we actually are? How do you get... I forget how you get your GPS coordinates. FSX or something like that. Hang on, let's have a look. Controls. Oh, you're not going to be able to see this now. Sorry, one sec. Simulator. Here we go. FSX. Something. Mission compass. Freeze altitude. Capture screenshot. Blue mode. No, it's none of that shit. Don't want any of that. Shift. Yeah, it is. It's Shift Z.
Good afternoon, good morning, London, Heathrow.
Right, that did.
You're right now, 221 requesting radio check.
So, let's find that again.
Right, 221 Heathrow Director, readability 5.
Immediately forgotten where that was.
American 102, London 48, runway 27 right.
Use.
American 101 back.
If said, there it is. Right, okay, so I need to assign...
820 Heathrow, left on Alpha, right Charlie, stand 544.
So I'm going to assign spacebar.
Left Alpha, right Charlie, stand
there we go. Right. 5120. Can you see that? No, that spy's in the way. Let's just drop that down a bit. So let's try this again then. 5127.
Ryanair 221, listing line for clearance to Hamburg Airport.
Insert west.
Stand is
26.
328.
Oh, yeah, of course. Ha! I've been a twat. 26.6. It's not 2 degrees. We're not fucking 2 degrees. We're in London, aren't we? So, right, okay. It's the nut behind the buck. 51.27.6. Insert west. 26.
You're cleared Hamburg, Brookman's Park.
We're in like sin.
3416.
We're in like sin. 51.27.6. Insert west 26.6.
Right now, just one
Insert.
Oh, can you repeat these
Fucking yes, mate. Okay.
43416.
Align, align, align. Bosh D. We'll turn the flight computers on as well. We can get rid of that now.
On that cleared by American Airport, departure BBK 7 Foxtrot 279.
So we can flick these now to nav accuracy. 95, 95, 95, so that should start getting better now. Let's get rid of that. We now need to send the data from there. We need to load aircraft fuel. Fuel load.
5,000 as approved. Delta 1706.
We need 60 tons of fuel.
Delta 1706 should be following the Compton departure. So redirected Compton now. Climb to 190.
Will tour load? Should we do?
Up to 190.
Default load.
On Compton departure. Delta 1706.
Let's do world tour load. And 60.3 tons of fuel.
Ryan R221, can you please explain what was wrong with the aircraft type?
Right, hang on. I've got to load the takeoff performance thingy again. So, London Heathrow, 27 left, I hope. Takeoff form. Send. Ah, there we go. Stuff moved. Perfect. That is exactly what we want. Right. We are finally winning. Now then. I need a checklist because otherwise I'm just going to make an absolute mare of this. Absolute mare of it. Okay, ground service is on. Boarding roof lights can come on. That one. Yeah, okay, cool. Transponder should already be on standby.
Report passing altitude.
Yeah. Standby. Nose visor fine. Landing gear fine. Gear override don't care. Visor nose it. Yeah. Auto ignition switches should be off. I'll tell you what. There you go. Auto ignition's off. Fuel forward transfer switch is there. See, I know where all this is now. This is a lot quicker. Trim transfer auto master set is off. Guarded fine. Yeah. Tank 11 don't care. Standby inlet valves shut. That's on the upper fuel. Standby inlet. Was that the upper? Was that the upper? Standby. Inlet valves are all shut. Trim pipe drain switch shut. Yeah, don't care. Rats. Yeah. Circuit breakers. Windshield. Emergency. Yeah, don't care. Okay, ground power is connected and on. Equipment bay cooling. Now this is the one I couldn't. Oh, it's here. Auto. Normal. On. Oh right, so that comes on by default. I think the flight engineer does that. Air data computers, I'm pretty sure I just turn those on. Are on. Drain master heater. Oh, what? We'll just turn them on. We shouldn't really need them on. INS is aligning. Oh, we've got to clear the errors because it's not where it thinks we last were. So once we clear the errors, that was a bit of a boo-boo. In theory, now, because these are all set to align, yeah, but now they should start sorting the shit out. Transponder TCAS TCAS is a good question. Does the TCAS even work in this vehicle? Whoa, hello. I'm not really sure, but it does, you know.
Delta 17, this is now from 18 now, so Unicom 122, that's right, bye-bye.
But we'll give it a go.
Bye-bye, thank you for your help. Delta 1706, see you next time.
Record 101, now from ATC now for you, so Unicom 122, that's right, that's good flight.
TCAS system test OK.
Okay, TCAS test okay. Windows closed. Flight control inverters can come on skis. Inverter. This is just such a pain, you can never get at it. See, I've clicked the wrong thing there. Inverter are on. Anti-stall can come on. RAD INS switches to RAD. Instrument, oh my VAS is flashing. Instrument transfer switches are all over to me. QNH. What is the local ATIS? Information Hotel, arrival 27 left, departure 27 right. We might get a bye to that. Surface wind 2705 knots. Oh, brilliant. Varying 240 to 340. Bloody hell, that's a spin. Temperature 16 degrees, dew point +8, QNH 1024. (1024) is set. Nav radios. Right, okay. So, first of all, we need London. I'm going to put London on nav 2 actually, which is 113.6. Ooh. Because we're not actually going to navigate by that, we just need it for the DME. And then we'll put Compton on 114.35. And then Woodley is 352 kilohertz.
Hi, Natty on requesting push and startup ramp 328.
352 kilohertz, there we go.
Right, 221,
So that's Woodley. And then after Compton we're on the INS anyway. Well, we can INS from Woodley to Compton. So that's radio set. Transponder to... Transpond, no, we're in the UK. AFCS, so 6,000 feet is set. 250 knots. I might just knock that down to 245 just to give myself a fighting chance. Runway heading.
900, ready to 27 right.
Well, we'll
900, Lima,
it'll be
right,
269
Bravo,
actually.
Link 21, Link 22, hold at Alpha 2.
269, and then the radial to Compton is 101.
Right on Bravo, link 21, link 22, and hold shot Alpha 2.
Okay, so that's in there. Flight director can come on. Pitch hold is fine. We'll be doing heading hold initially. Altitude acquire I'm absolutely going to forget to do. So that's alright initially. Okay, so that's the FCS set. ADF is set, we've already done that. Brakes are fine, which is good. 2 days on the trot, brakes have worked. Nav lights. And put some lights on. Fucking hell, what was that? Radio check.
5.
Nav lights can come on then. Throttle masters, my choice, main or alt. Okay, I left clicked so it's on alt. Ground hydraulic should be yellow, yellow off. I know where things are. Yellow, yellow off. Excellent. Oh, so much quicker. Fuel heaters. Well, the flight engineer is going to do that for me, so I'm just going to ignore all that shit. Finally, the B82 res batteries can come on. And on they come. 75, 75, 75, so the aligning is going well. I can set speed bug actually to 250 knots. Well, let's do 245. So that's the speed bug set. TLA bugs, yeah, fine. I still haven't actually found that. Seatbelt sign needs to come on. Bloody hell. See, oh, we've done that, and emergency lights can be armed.
Descent at level 70 level by Ockham.
Oh, which they are.
2125.
Load sheets checked. Zero fuel weights all done. Load limit set. Start clearance from ATC obtain. Right, we'll do that in a minute. Door lights are... No, not that one. No, randomly click buttons until you find the one you want. It's this one.
From Alpha 3 now, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff, steps in 270 degrees, 5 knots.
You know what, just do that. Door lights are fine.
From Alpha 27 right, thank you.
Flight deck, sorry, throttles. Throttles to idle. Anti-collision light can come on now. Engine feed pumps will be on. Flight deck door can be locked. Clearance to start from ground crew. Okay, so we are now literally just waiting for our INSs. We can flick those over then to nav, which then means we can start engines 2 and 3. But what we're going to do is we're going to get our clearance first.
Tower Speedbird 164 X-ray, request IFR to 5.
But I need a pen and a piece of papier. Because... good morning. Your flight plan is empty. It does not contain a route.
Right, give me a sec, find a pen.
File a route, please.
Roger, okay.
So, right, we are BAW 9034. We have information. India.
Delta 10, leave Ockham, heading 070 degrees.
On a queue of 1024. Stand for. What was it? 423. 423. To Keflavik. Heathrow Director, good morning. Speedbird Concorde 9034 message.
Speedbird Concorde 9034, Heathrow Director, pass message.
Speedbird Concorde 9034 at stand 423, Information India, QNH 1024, IFR to Keflavik, please.
Speedbird Concorde 9034, to cleared Keflavik, Compton 3 Foxtrot departure 27 right, score 1176.
Roger, cleared to Keflavik, Compton 3 Foxtrot departure 27 right, squawk 1176, Speedbird Concorde 9034.
Speedbird Concorde 9034, 27 left.
Ah, brilliant. Yeah, 27 left, that's perfect. 9034. Awesome.
In 9034 will be the Compton 3 departure 27 left, otherwise it's all correct.
Roger, yeah, 3 Golf then, 27 left, speed with Concord 9034, thank you very much.
Concord 9034, correct. United 900, passing altitude.
1176, Compton 3 Golf 427 left. Thank you very much, Lee. He knows the Concordy thing. Let me sort this out so you're getting a good idea of what's going on here. Now, right, I know what I need to do. I need to pull up the BAV ACARS because I am going to attempt to log this flight. Oh, and there's a new ACARS version, so I need to download that. Brilliant, okay. No problem. So just bear with me a second here, troops. No, I don't want to do that, I just want to download. Here we go. Close. I want a new folder and drag and drop from there. Means I'm going to need my BAV password again. Crap, I can't remember what it is. Bear with me, troops, bear with me. BA virtual password. Right, here we go. Here we go. BAW261 password, copy, paste, remember me, log in. Are good things happening? It looks promising. Good things are happening. Bookings. And it's got my booking in there as well. Flight level 600. We're not going to hit it, but that I don't really care. Route is a pretty good question. Copy. Paste. Tick. Right, resembling a guppy fish at feeding time there, sorry. Good, so ACARS done, clearance done. We are now just waiting for the nav. Waiting for the nav radios. They're almost there. 25, 25, 25 all round. We want 15s all round. Or no, well, we'll go for 5s all round. And then once we've got that, good things are going to happen. I promise you good things are going to happen. We are not going to crash. I have zero confidence. Zero confidence under control. I might end up rage quitting off, or not rage quitting, incompetency quitting off that sim if it goes to ratchet, because I don't want to be messing up his airspace.
I know, good time to take off 27, right? Thank you.
I'm going to need a ground chart actually, that would be quite handy. And we're down here.
Delta 10, turn left heading 360 degrees.
He's probably going to give us Nessie. Okay, right, well that's fine. So we're going to push out tail right. Yeah. And then we'll taxi up Victor onto Sierra, hold Sierra 1 I would have thought. Or something like that. And then about then, I'll get an out of memory error. Oh, the textures seem to have fixed themselves. Hey! Yay! It's working, it's working. I can't use chase planes to save my flipping life, but it's working. INSs are looking good. Okay, INSs are good. So to nav we go. Got the ready lights and everything. Look at that. So we are now ready to start engines 2 and 3. So we're actually ready for push and start. Hang on, let me check. What else did I miss of the checklist?
On the low flights, runway 27 left, December the glide path.
This is why you don't skip the checklist. So fuel flow P7 clock. Yes, clock. Oh, he's already set. Oh, mega. Mega. Let's see, good mission light, door lights for clearance to start. Yeah, mega. Cool. Yes, we are ready for push and start. And Speedbird Concorde 90034, stand 423, ready for push and start, please.
Speedbird Concorde 9043, push and start approved.
Push and start approved, 9034.
Right now, 221, report your pass.
I shouldn't really abbreviate my call sign like that.
Passing flight level 190.
Unfortunately, the amount of fucks I give is quite minimal. So, engine 2, I think we should start engine 3 first, but fuck it, we're doing engine 2, because I've clicked it now. This is the moment of truth. This is where all the problems happen. If you get any problems, the engine won't start. There's 12%. We flick the cock.
Sorry, completely lost in my mind. I meant passing flight level 20. Apologies.
Right, 221, you should still be able to get an H1024 and in whenever you're on a...
And the ignition's off so we can kill the debo, because we don't need to do a debo start.
On standard pressure. But you can climb now, flight
And
level
that should now climb up to 66% thereabouts. So engine 3 can come up now. Yes, it's working. I think we're alright. I think we are alright. There's all the computers firing in. GPWS. There's 12%. Flick the cock again. There we go. Never gets old, does it really? I'm going to turn de-icing on it. In fact, that can stay on low really. Debo can come off straight away. We're going tail right, aren't we? Yeah. So we need to click the ground call thingy-majiggy. We will have a look outside and we will go for push. Jesus, my VAS is hurting. My VAS is really, really hurting. 130 meg left. I don't do Heathrow. So we've got to complete the push and get rid of the ground crew before we can actually start engines 1 and 4. But what we can do is we can prepare for that by opening up the bleeds. It's a cross bleed start, so we can open up the cross bleeds. We won't turn the packs on just yet, but what we will do is we'll turn Jenny's 2 and 3 on. Because I should have turned them on before. In fact, we should turn all the Jennies on actually. That's why the radio dropped out, because the battery went flat. I've just got to make sure that FSX isn't pushing me back somewhere utterly stupid. I think it's about to. Might just stop it. Jesus, 40 mega VAS. Parking brake on before something goes completely to rat shit. Right, we'll wait for the ground crew to bugger off. I'm not hopeful for this departure. The VAS is just really hurting. Really, really hurting.
I know, get on,
but we'll give it a go.
Free if possible.
Runner 221, I can give you direct to Clacton.
So
Charlie,
Jenny,
Lima,
did I turn all the Jennies on?
Charlie, Lima, November, direct, Charlie, Lima, November.
That one, isn't it? Cool.
Right,
Okay, cool. High pressure
Right,
can
you
start.
want
Hydraulics can come on.
Control issues apply restriction that override any SID restrictions, so you can continue climbing for level 1-4.
Ryanair to tell me, yeah, I'll do that next. Sorry.
There has been a sudden and significant change in fuel levels. You must reduce fuel by at least 22. I'm not entirely sure why Bav's given me that error. So I'm going to hope. No, I'm not going to hope. I'm just going to have to knock off 22 kilos of fuel. Which I've done, but it's not having it.
Delta 10, Heathrow, your second right onto Bravo, first left Foxtrot, stand 319.
Right, that's cleared. Bavs. Oh no, it's having a hissy fit of something else. Right, you know what? If Bav dies, then I don't care. We're going ahead with the flight. So, engine, no, wrong way. Engine 4 will start now. I am completely aware this is in the wrong order. I think it doesn't like Concorde's fuel flow.
Today, beside 960 windows, 177, 300, control. Report then 54 is actually straight.
You know what? Just turn them all on.
221, 2 crown platform 230.
Debo off. Good start. Oh shit, no. Not Debo off. Put fuel in. Shit, not paying attention.
221, flight level 230.
I think we got away with it.
Ryanair to Delano climbing, flight level 230.
Leave it 6. You've got to tell Heathrow director hello, cleared Hamburg, Brooklyn's Park, 7, Foxtrot departure.
We did get away with it.
3443. QNH 102.
Brake fans, come on now. We can kill the crossbleeds and turn the packs on.
2962 hotel correct.
So now all engines are started. Bav wants me to just dump 101 kilos actually of fuel. Let's do that. No, it's not liking it. I think FS Labs is playing silly buggers. What do I want to do? Tank 10.
Right, 221, then go to ATC, then come 122, that's fine.
Ryanair to Delano, Unicom, 100 to flight, but...
Right, okay. Bav seems happy now. Okay, all engines are started. Confirm believe value set. Packs on. Pushback checklist complete. Visual steering's fine. Flight control needs to be checked. So we'll check mechanical first of all. Full left. Very sluggish because we're mechanical. Full right. Neutral. Full down for some reason. Full up. Yeah, good enough for the girls I go out with. Rudder. Yeah. Yeah, fine. Happy. Don't care. Enough. Need to get off the ground. Let's put the hydraulics on. We can kill the mech warning.
And all stations, Heathrow Director is now closed. There's no further ATCs at Monarch. You can come
Oh.
to destination. Heathrow Director is now closed.
Cheers, Lee. Bye. Okay, so right over to Unicom. He didn't stay on long then. 122.8. Okay, so green system, full left, there we go, we see good responsiveness now, up, down, right, yeah, okay, I'm not going to go all the way, if it works, it works. I don't think we've got, like, failures on or anything like that. So, full left, full right, neutral, yeah, up, down, yeah, works, okay, cool. Electric trim can come on, then all of these, I love these switches, these are really cool. They can come on, recall can be checked, INF, why is it throwing a hissy at the INF? Oh, okay, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Remote. We need to load this in again then by the looks of it. Now then, will it blend? Why aren't the waypoints loading in? We have to not have remote on that one. We have to load it in at point 1. Because that should be on waypoint 1 as well, actually. Why are the waypoints not loading in? Try and load in some other arbitrary one, just to see if it works. If it's my plan converter. No, it's not. Why are these not loading in? Oh, Concord. Right, okay, let's try this another way. Let's fill that window. Let's try it in do PDU2. wrong way. Need to clear this folder out because this is stupid. EGLL. Gone past it. There it is. Load in at waypoint 1. That's worked. Right, so you have to do it on number 2 then, do you? Does that now clear our INS warning? No, does it? Well, nav accuracy's good, so ignore it. Okay, trim. No, it goes the other way. Minus 2.5 degrees trim for Concorde for takeoff. Or thereabouts. Stab fields engaged, anti-ice. I can't remember what the temperature was. 17 degrees, so we're good on the anti-ice. These heaters can come on though. Pressure static can come on. Engine rating mode is set off. Ground equipment is clear. Electrics, ground bypass needs turning on. Which one's the DC? Which is that one. And why you have to have that? After start checklist. Okay. Fixed flight instruments, anti-skid, trimmed. Right, so now we do the party piece. Nose down 5%. And let's see if we can taxi out without getting an out of memory error. And then we've got a battle with people trying to land on 27 left while we're going to take off from it. That'll surely trigger some people. Oh, this is a taxiway to the right. Yes, it is. So we're not going to cross, we'll join the runway from the south side. Wow. 30 megavats. I don't know whether this is the actual way Concorde went or whether it did cross the runway. But the way I'm going. Okay, so TG is looking good, within limits. Engine rating mode is set to take off. Auto ignition should be on, which it is. Throttle master is checked, drain master is on, engine flight rating needs to go to climb. Is yeah, which it is. Static heaters are already on. We'll turn. Oh, the anti-collision lights are already on. Transponder can come on. The TARA. Air intakes are handled by the engineer. ADS standby is fine. Engine control schedule, get the words out, is going to go to flyover because we're on noise abatement at Heathrow. Engine takeoff limiter, so we want takeoff monitor on. Oh, I know what we didn't do. Where's the engine idle? We should have been on high, but oh well. It now comes back to low anyway, so cross feed valves shut. Reheats. Around. The air pumps will come on. Don't know if the flight engineer's done that. Oh, well, they're on also, so that's fine. TG's fine. Transfer pumps is not handled by me. PFDIS is set. For takeoff, cabin crew, yeah. Landing lights, good one. Easy to forget. Master recall. No errors, that's good. Wheel overheat lights off. They are. The brake fans come off now. Brake fans come off now. Reheat is on. Nozzle override lights off. Yeah, whatever. Pitch index fine. Great. Yeah, takeoff checklist. Right. Okay. Okay, so that's VATSIM primed. Ready to rock and roll. Remember what you need to shout at the screen. 3, 2, 1, now. I don't dare go into an outside view now, I'm afraid. I'm not until that VAS sorts itself out, because this is about to get very, very dicey on whether or not my sim's going to crash. Just dabbing the brakes, you can see there, just got a bit of the left wheel brake on, just to help the turn. Miles off the centre line there. I keep forgetting how far the nose wheel is behind the cockpit. Okay, so lined up, we're going into run. So 3, 2, 1, now. Brakes are off.
Airspeed building.
Airspeed's alive. Oh, it's just done a VAS dump as well, so we've just got a bit of VAS.
100 knots. Power set. V1. Rotate.
Rotate.
V2.
Positive climb.
Positive 240 knots.
It's 240 knots, so we'll put the autopilot on IAS hold.
3, 2, 1, noise.
Uh-oh. No, we're alright, we're alright. Don't know why the autopilot cut out. Okay, so charts. 269 would like. Altitude acquire is on, yeah, good. And we're looking for that Compton radial. Fucking hell, the lag. That is no good.
Altitude alert.
1,000 to
1,000
go.
to go.
Jesus thing, this goes up like a bloody rocket, doesn't it? And put the auto throttle on, IS, hold, IS acquire. We've just punched straight through that. Oh, because the altitude acquire failed. Bollocks. Tell you what we'll do. We'll go straight up to flight level 280, which is our maximum subsonic altitude. Or we will do once it finishes lagging. There we are. Like the Dash 8 Sorcerer Dave says, whenever you click anything on here, remember to click altitude acquire again. An absolute bugger for it. Jesus, this thing goes up like a flipping rocket, doesn't it? Passing 10,000 feet. But now we can bring, in fact we can go to max climb. There's us on the radial, so I'll go to Vorlock. And we can do the after takeoff checklist. So, gear is neutral. Master warning recall. Looks good. Landing lights can be retracted. ADS heaters are on. Engine rating mode can go to flight. Oh, which it already is. Pressurization, that's probably a good one. I think the flight engineer does that. Yeah, it's happening. Secondary air doors open, lights off. That is down here. Is it? Oh, I think the flight engineer is doing it, so I'm just going to like ignore that. Nose and visor can come up now. Oh shit. My bad, my bad. Waypoint change 0 to 1. No. Waypoint change 0 to 1. Insert. And then we want to go to INS. I've made a boo-boo there. Why are we going? Yeah, we've just done a bit of a 360 here. That was a bit stupid. That's an overspeed warning because the auto throttle's a bit shit. What I might do is go into IAS acquire. So nose visor can come up, that's the party piece, and after takeoff checklist is complete. We're going to get back on course after doing a bit of a victory lap. That is hurting again. But we're alright, we're alright. Look how Heathrow's down there, look how high we are already. That's just fucking ridiculous. So the only thing that's gone wrong is my ability to navigate. So that's not too bad at the moment. And when we actually get back on track, we'll go back to max climb. We're pretty much still on the SID, and we're already at flight level 150. Which reminds me, we should be over on standard 1013. There we are. There's standard. Come on. Back onto max climb. And we'll give it the beans. And what max climb does is it accelerates the aircraft up to the barber pole, so maximum VMO, velocity maximum operating, and it will keep us at the barber pole and adjust our rate of climb. So increase the rate of climb if we're getting a bit quick, reduce it if we're getting a bit slow. So we stay at that. But we're already absolutely tanking it. Absolutely tanking it. What's our ground speed? 400 knots across the ground already. Pretty good. Now we can't break the speed of sound. We cannot do that. We're not allowed to break the speed of sound until we are over water. And well over water actually. So that won't be until we get into the Severn estuary pretty much. So we should now be on the INS. And our distance should be reducing, and our time, yeah, that's good. That means we're going in the general direction of the correct way for a change. So we've sorted that crap out now. And now we're actually in a stable climb and everything's looking good. Except for the frame rate. We can turn off the fasten seatbelt signs and crack open the champagne and caviar. Lovely jubbly. See the aircraft's accelerated up to the barber pole now, and now the rate of climb will increase. $4,000 feet. Excuse me, 4,000 feet a minute. And we're now getting back onto that INS course. What we want. We're already at Mach decimal 86. Well, obviously we'll have to stop short of Mach 1. Can turn the remotes off actually. Awesome. Why is burning quite so much? Oh, we're going level again. It must have... My confidence in INS nav isn't particularly high, despite the fact that I've done it loads on the 7.0 and the 7.4 too. Jesus, the lag spikes on this is insane. Can't quite see the 7 estuary yet. Move that back up there. I just want to see whether this actually does go from Compton and change over. It is on auto, but again, confidence isn't overly high. Because it's doing a bit of a snake. To that end, actually, I'm going to go from 2 to 3. Waypoint change 2 to 3, all across the board. Get us a, you know, so if you're really close into the point and you should be doing this, you're going to do that if you were not on it to start with, which we weren't because I fucked up. So I'm basically saying, right, don't go for that one now, go for the next leg and we can get onto that track and then we'll be alright. Okay, 1,000 to go. So now what I'm going to do is go over to IAS hold. In fact, no, what I'm going to do is IAS hold at Mach decimal 96. Ensure that Alt acquires on. And we'll basically just do Alt acquire actually. And just keep spamming Alt acquire. Destination METAR updated, 360, 11 knots. Have okay. Ground speed, 527 knots. Tanking it. So far, so good. Oh, we should have done our Mach decimal 7 checklist. Altimeter set, fuel transfer is not handled by me. Brake fans off. They are. Engine control schedule to normal. Engine controls panel. Take off CG switch. Normal. Don't know what that means. Seatbelt signs are off. Taxi lights are off. Nozzle override lights are off. Let's just actually check that. Yeah, I think. Secondary air doors open. Secondary nozzle modulating. So we've hit flight level 280. And we're staying at Mach decimal 97. So climb checklist is complete. Okay, cool. So I think we're all alright at the moment. Now what I might do is have a look and see if we've got any more conchs flying. Oh, there's not an easy way of doing this. No, unless you actually know what the call signs are. There's no Speedbird 1 or 2, but I don't know. So in theory, we shouldn't need to do any DME updates on the INS. In fact, what we can do. Oh, for crying out loud. Might leave that on there. And let's get our INS error on that screen. Oh, we didn't set this thing, so we're not going to get the funky screen in the back. That's a shame. Never mind. We're coming up to the south side of Wales. We are giving it. Oh, look at that! Look at the! Oh, look at the compensation on the top surface of the wing. Oh, you fucking beauty! Aircraft, right wing. Oh, hello. What's no? That's fucked. Fail view. No. Don't want that. Reheats view. These lag spikes are just retarded. Oh wow, look at that. That's a view and a half, isn't it? Look at the flex on the twist, sorry, on the wing. Hang on, right, I need to download some chase plane thingies. Top side. Nope, don't want that. Oh yeah, download that. Sweet. And that one. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like that one. Pretty cool. Like that one. Not so much on that one. Nice. Factor small 9.7. That's pretty good. Giving it the beams, as they say. So we're flying out over the Severn Estuary, over the south side of Ireland, and then turning right to go up to Keflavik. Rather than the route that you would take if you were any other jet, you would end up coming off the top side of Scotland and coming in like that. Reason being, even though this is a longer route, we can do it quicker, because we can go supersonic around about here, whereas if we're going that way, we'll be all the way up here. And don't forget the way maps are compared to distance on the ground. That's actually quite a short distance between Scotland and Iceland. So you know, remember the Great Circle problems. Look at that though, just look at that! The aliasing on that shadow sucked balls, I know that. I spent a good couple of hours yesterday playing with all my NVIDIA settings, the FSX settings, and all. This is the best I can do, I'm afraid, with my shitty graphics card, and more importantly, FSX is actually the limiting factor here. Going to cinematic, because just look at it. Oh. These lag spikes can really go and fuck themselves. They're really annoying me. More of an argument to get B3D, I know, but money. But money. Can't have it. So flying over Cardiff at the moment. There's the moon. So I think we're close enough to being able to go transonic. So let's do the transonic checklist. Auxiliary inlet MIs off or shut. Not really there, is it? Shall we just go with a yeah? I'm pretty sure it's on here, but... Secondary nozzles less than 15 degrees. I don't think that's the spill doors, I think that's... there's the MIs. Auxiliary inlets are shut. Secondary nozzles less than 15 degrees. Oh, it's on the engine's control panel. Oh, which they are less than 15 degrees. 4.8, that's fine. Reheat goes on. Okay, so we need to turn auto throttle off. Crying out loud. Come on. I'm going to get chase plane ready. Now we turn these on in pairs. So, there's auto throttle off. Let's go up to 60,000. Max climb, alto acquire. Reheats come on in pairs. Yes, we're getting an overspeed warning, but we are increasing our rate of climb, so that will go away. Fuel transfer will be handled by the what's it majiggy. There's the sound barrier. So pressure static heaters can come off because we've got so much heating going on. We don't need them. We've got lights on, that's good. Wing intake and all these can come off. There we go. So actually reheat can go on for... How long do reheats go on for? Oh, it's maximum of 8 minutes, isn't it? How do I set the timer? It's not been on 4 minutes, but reheats will come off for Mach decimal 1, Mach 1.7. So Mach 1.1, which we've passed, nozzle override lights should come off. Engine control panel. Nozzle override light, well, it's not on. So I'm going to go with that's fine. Actually, what I do need to do, they should go. Oh no, maybe they shouldn't. Yeah. Tanking it, tanking it. Do we want to hear the sonic boom? Of course we do. Oh, 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 a moment, please, a moment. Can I turn that up? Let me just absolutely kick the ass out of this. Oh, lag spike. Oh man, it doesn't get any better than that, does it? Does not get any better than that. We've still got the reheats on. Still absolutely giving it the beans. Passing flight level 401 now, actually. How's Ryan S looking? Yeah, pretty good. Wind 272 degrees, 48 knots. We've actually got a bit of a tailwind at the moment. Trims are looking good. CG, sorry, is looking good. Coming up on Mach 1.7. Well, 1.6 there, so we're getting there. Getting there. Can we go into the back? Oh bloody hell, this is going to be slow. Hang on a minute. Someone's got to have done a chase plane thing for this. Oh, look at that! There it is! That distance to go might not be correct. I don't know. There's Mach 1.7. So, reheats come off now. And they'll come off in pairs. That's for passenger comfort. So now, are the reheats off? Yes, they are. Cool. So reheats off, FCS is set. Still on altitude quiet, yeah, spam that a bit. Fuel tank pressure, don't care. The air pumps can come off. I assume the flight engineer's done that. Well, they're on auto actually. Flight engineer's overriding me. Yeah, so he's sorting out the COG trim as well. The COG comes way back when you supersonic because your centre of pressure changes massively. So we can actually stop this chrono now. I don't know how you actually reset that. Not a clue. Flight level 500 yet? No. As soon as we get to flight level 500, the engine flight rating can go to cruise, which is this one here. Let's chat on that soon. Let's see, yeah, so there we are, ground speed 976 knots. Tanking it. I actually need to download that, and then I can do that. Yes, mate, look at that! Oh, he's so cool! He's so flipping cool. This is the first time I've gone supersonic in Concorde. Only like the second time I've flown it properly. It could all go wrong yet. Could all go wrong yet. There we go. There's Concorde giving us the ping pong because we've slightly gone over speed, but it should sort its shit out. Oh, it's actually a COG warning, but the flight engineer will be sorting that out. So we're just pretty much full beans on the throttle. I might just bring it back to 100 then, rather than overspeeding them. There we go. That looks a bit better. What is it pinging at us for? Oh, C of G. Come on, flight engineer, sort your shit out. We're at the aft limit, that's why. But that's going to keep coming back as we increase speed. Ah, next waypoint. That is ticking over, that's doing what it should. Mach 1.9. And you see we're not actually climbing at the moment. I'm going to mute that because the flight engineer is going to sort it out. Well, bloody well better do. Well, climbing a bit, 100 feet a minute, if that. Was that 50 feet a minute? No, about 150. But the engines are getting more efficient the faster we go. I don't like flying slow, these Olympuses. There we go, Mach 1.9. (1,210 miles an hour). Lush. Still got a slight nose up attitude. So we're just waiting on flight level 500 actually before we do anything next. You know what, I am going to go full throttle, stuff it. And then we'll start worrying about our approach into Keflavik. I have flown here once before, but I don't remember it. It's a bit of a funny approach actually without air traffic to Vectorus. You overfly the airfield and then you fly out and you end up doing a bow tie to get onto the ILS, 2 procedural turns. We might self-vector. Technically we can't because we haven't got a GNSS or anything, but I'll open up Plan G or something and cheat a little bit. What I might do is go to BA Virtual and log the fact that it was throwing a bit of a hissy fit. Okay, cool. Right, that's BA Virtual updated. I did just hear a click, so is it just flicked that over for me already? Yeah, the flight engineer's done that, flicked me over to cruise. There's flight level 500. Mach 2, there it is. Total air temperature of 115. We're all right. I think it's 127 is the maximum. And what we'll do is we'll hit max cruise. In fact, actually, what does the book say? Transonic checklist complete. Anyway. Oh, okay. So actually, yeah, we'll go to max. Oh, can we not go to max cruise? Apparently not. Ah, there we go, it's come on then. I want to turn max climb off though. I'll not do that. So basically what max cruise will do is it will accelerate the aircraft up to the maximum temperature on the nose. And then what it will do is it will modulate our altitude to ensure that that temperature doesn't go over the maximum. And we only have one auto throttle on when we do that, from what I understand. Hi Ashton. I've got to do this flyby view again because it's just bloody stunning. Oh, look at that with the bank on as well. Wait for it. The door's open. Oh, double sonic boom as well. I didn't realise a double boom was actually modelled, so that means there's two shockwaves. We'll have the bow shock and then probably one coming off the wings actually. So it's a double shockwave. That's why you get the boom boom. I hope that's coming through on your sound. If it's not, I can turn it up. Just let me know in the chat. So this, I think, is the 90-degree right turn into the Atlantic now. So we're actually, if there was a controller on, we'd have had to have done oceanic clearance for this, actually. So we now pretty much turn north, or thereabouts, up towards Keflavik. Still climbing, that's good. PG's still not quite right. Flight engineer's not quite got it right there. But it's, you know, it's in the limit, but it's on the limit. But we are giving it the welly here. Got to do this again. It's just bloody brilliant, isn't it? I'm going to get a screenshot this time. I will do if it shuts the doors. Come on, shut the door. There it is. Oh, crap. Awesome. Yeah, bit of. So it's a shame the alias thing's not quite great, but that's bit of a mix of FSX being shit and my graphics card. It's tuned as much as I can do, I'm afraid. So it's only a 760, so it's not a good graphics card, nor a new one. Again, I haven't got the money, I'm afraid. Love a TI, 1080 Ti, or 2080 Ti. Oh yeah, I've seen the specs for that bad boy. But yeah, I ain't got that money to spend. Wish I did. Right, pilot's just going to go for a very quick comfort break and put the kettle on. I will not be long at all. But I'm going to leave you with some stunning views. Right, so we're back. We're back. Wasn't carnage. Stop that clipping. There we are. That's a nice view, isn't it? It's not fucking lag spiking. Well, so far, I must say, I am bloody loving this. So maybe, just maybe, this might become my new go-to aircraft for the stream. Would we like that? Comment down in the doobly-doo if you would like to see more of the CONC. Then, you know, I will, the way I'm feeling at the moment, I will happily oblige. And it's great because we've not got stupid long cruises to do, and I hate long haul flights. I'd love to fly long haul, as in go to more places around the world, but I have no interest in sitting behind the computer for 9 hours solid. I want to record it with BA Virtual, so I can't just time accelerate or you know, just bugger off to work for 6 hours because you've got to do your position reports and stuff like that. Whereas this allows you to fly further, but without a you know, ridiculously long cruise. Nav accuracy is still alright. But it's good enough for me. It's going to get us in the general direction of Keflavik. I will need to get some charts though, actually, thinking about it. And I need to renew my Navigraphs thing, but I'm not going to do that today. Here we go, Keflavik charts. .112.0. Which we won't pick up yet. Ground speed of 11.56. Nice. Where's the actual DME on that? Yeah. Not entirely sure. What's the latest? Right, I'll tell you what we'll do. Latest wings at Keflavik. Yeah, that's bloody windy where we are now. Look at that for now. BKIF. BIKF. Three 608 knots. Oh, so we're actually we might be able to do a straight in actually on runway 2. In fact, I'll tell you what, no, that's exactly what we're going to do. So that's 0 018 is the course. Might as well get all this in now. On an ILS of all the 1s 3. You're at flight level 537, that's pretty good. So we are, there we are, so we're now in max cruise mode, so we're going to be modulating our speed and our height, well our height actually, trying to keep the speed the same to basically keep us on the limit of our total air temperature, which affects the temperature on the nose and the melting point basically of the metal of the aircraft, with obviously a margin. Yes, I know, central gravity warning. It's the flight engineer's problem, not mine. Back 2, we're still climbing a bit. We can still accelerate a bit. But we don't actually have to worry about any NDBs. If we're just going to fly straight in, which I'm thinking is exactly what we're going to do. 10,020 feet runway, that should be plenty. Famous last words. 375 is a reasonable NDB that I could probably use for reference. What was it, 375? 75, there we are. It's just Jefferson charts I'm using here. So we've still got quite a high nose up attitude. Bloody loves flying with a high nose up attitude. Look at that. Rush. Look at that bat speed. I don't know if you can see that ground speed, 1154 knots. Everyone else is like 440, 460, 430, 450. See you later, bitches. Concorde is coming through. And of course the altitude as well. Just absolutely smashing it. Oh, it's so funny. I feel like such a child, I really do, and I'm not even disappointed with that. Bloody loving it. There is a Cessna 182 doing circuits at Keflavik. Oh no, he's not doing circuits, sorry, he is doing a flight somewhere else. But he's the only person we've really got to worry about. There's a Wizz Air coming in, but yeah, he's already further away than us. And, you know, we're quicker, so not going to be an issue there. I don't know why Max Klein is still highlighted and won't let me disable it. Oh, come on, you suck. No, I'm not entirely sure. I need to watch some other people's videos. Right. Bear with me a second. Right, we are back. So, top of descent. That's a pretty good question. So, the route doesn't actually tell us where our top of drop is. That's not very helpful. So I think we're just going to wing it. I don't know, could really do with knowing what our DME distance is to Keflavik, but I suppose let's open Plan G. Plan G might have a bit of a fit here because we're going so fast, but so let's connect. want to do flight plan. What I want to do is I want to open a flight plan. Okay. There we go. $57.17. Set that as the active leg. There we go. Right, cool. Okay, so now at least I've got a readout of how far away we are. What I will do is go VOR range. Oh, so we're nowhere near in flipping range of that anyway. So yeah, I'm not going to check. That's YNS. We will, our last waypoint is actually Keflavik, so we will get a distance on here, but I think it's 44 miles before our top of descent that we need to start slowing down. And if we need to lose, call it 600 flight levels, 1,000 feet a minute, that makes it 100 miles, that's easy. So for 144 miles from there, so I'm doing that. Can't do. Oh bollocks! Do that. Right. So we've got 422 miles to go. The destination as the crow flies. So let's say at 150, we'll start our decel, and you decelerate first and then you drop your height. You see we're actually descending at the moment to modulate that temperature. Okay, so I'm just reading the decel checklist. Where do we set our minimums? Oh. So our minimums on runway 02 . $200 feet radio. Oh, come on, lag spike. which is there. Near enough. Cool. Okay, good. I think we're doing all right. We're climbing again. Let's bob on Mach 2. Going to go a bit faster actually. Ignore the distance to go, I forgot to set it. Actually 371 miles nautical mile. Yeah, we are tanking it. That whiz as, yeah, going to be an issue. Where are these dudes going? Vienna to LAX. Now, the last waypoint is going to be waypoint 9, and we could do a DME update on that, but no, we're not going to need to. No, we're not going to need to. Because we'll be, as soon as we hit 8 to 9, we should be in range of the VOR anyway. So we can pretty much go can we nav on? Yeah, we can go to nav 2. So if I set the course on this as 018 as well, one the other way. We can effectively intercept 018 radial into Keflavik, and then when we pick up the ILS we should be pretty much on the localizer near damn it anyway. What's our heading at the moment? Yeah. If we fly that heading until we, so if we stay on this heading now until we intercept the radial, and then we just need to look out for the localizer, so we can just flick over to nav 1. So is this going to work? Yes, it is. INS 2. Awesome. So I assume that will go to rad 2 if I flick that over. We'll find out, won't we? We will find out whether it works. Are we only on TA? Why not on TARA? Buggered it now, haven't I? I can't do it through vPilot. Oh. Come on. BARA. No, it's just saying TA there for some reason, don't know why. I'm still pretty much full chooch here. Oh, how's my fuel doing? In full chooch. So we've got a huge amount left. Could be enough, I hope. I don't know. We'll find out. Now, I don't know where Concorde parked. You've got to remember past tense at Keflavik, so because I can't be asked Googling it, we'll just wing it. I suppose I could look up a ground chart and get a vague idea of what we're doing. November 4, there. Oh, so we're actually going to taxi to the end of the runway pretty much. And then swing a left and it's on the right. Oh, that's easy. So we won't do the procedural. We'll just vector, vector for a straight in. The height coming down again to reduce the temperature on the nose. So far, so good. Here virtual still says climbing. I'm now level flight. Ground speed 1,154 knots. Yeah, buddy. I'm not hanging about here. Not hanging about at all. Coffee. But we've got 244 miles to go, so 100 miles before top of drop, or decel should I say, by my very rubbish crude calculations. In fact, I don't think about it. Man, we're going backing fast, aren't we? So. And that's wait a minute. No, I've cocked up my calculation. The route plans say not that that's going to be even remotely correct. As we should be descending before. You know what? I'm going to cheese it and decel now. Noise just coming a bit slower. Warning and landing display is checked. Safety altitude is checked. ASI bugs are set. No, they're not. There they are. Altimeters 1013. Radio altimeters decision height is set at decel point. Engine recirculation valves need to come open. Oh, well, the flight engineer is going to do that. Right, so AFCS, out hold. Okay. Press F2. Flight engineer is going to slowly start reducing the throttles. Okay, which is done. And we're going to go down to 360 knots. And then we will go into IAS hold. Right, and actually we want to go into heading hold now. We can go to RadNav. We should pick up that VOR in a minute. Speed's coming back. So what? I'm not going to slow down in time. Okay, cool. Yeah, just eyeballing this. I don't think we're going to get down in time. Oh well. Can always do a little peaky hold. So it's 350 knots actually we're going to go to. Let's set the bug there. And then we will go into IAS hold. 351. And now the aircraft is going to pitch to try and keep that speed. So obviously it's going to pitch down. Mach 1.65. So if the engine recirc things come on, these should be on. It's not letting me turn them on. Okay, fine. Mach 1.5, we will put flight rating to climb. We are descending about 2,000 feet a minute. Start hitting the thicker air, which will help our descent. We have picked up the VOR, I think. Yeah, we have 150 miles. Yeah, we have. But I'm not getting the radial for some reason. So, not wanting to overshoot, I'm going to turn north. I'm sort of winging this now. Right, we'll go. Right, we'll just go to Vorlock. Oh, why is that on rad 1? That should be on rad 2. No, it's not letting me do that. But we'll have to stay on heading hold. Or we could actually just key this in. And we'll capture that radial. There we go, we've got it now. We're below Mach 1.5. Okay, cool. Trim, flight rating should be now to climb. Which is... It is. At Mach 1.3 engine intakes checked. Okay. Throttles as required when we hit subsonic. And then what we're going to do is we're going to smash the idle reverse. So yes, you can use reverses in flight. We are coming down like an absolute lawn dart here now. Hello, Pip. You know. And we're going to come all the way down to our ILS intercepts, which is 2,400. Still supersonic at the moment. Coming down like an absolute space shuttle. Not messing about there. Oh, there's the boom. Come on, let's get subsonic. Oh, and an EasyJet's just randomly flipping appeared. Okay, well, keep him on screen. I was still waiting to intercept this radial, actually. That's fine, we're alright for now. I'll say that, I'd like to be on it as early as possible, actually, so let's just give it a bit more nudge left. Coming down, we're getting there. I've just clicked the wrong button. That's what I wanted to do. Oh, apparently no, it's not. There it is. A bit more angle, just wait for that radial to come in. Oh, there's the DME, that's what I was looking for before. I think we are going to need idle reverse to get us down. There's 92 miles out now. That just went very weird. Oh, Sea of G just like jumped. Oh, that was yes, we've just gone below the same barrier. Okay, throttles as required. So, oh, for fuck's sake, lag. Throttles are going to come all the way back. That was a bit violent. Pressurization. Well, that's going to be handled anyway. Heaters and stuff will come on now. In fact, They can come on high. YCG shifted. So they can come on, they're on, that's fine. Throttle master switch goes over to the other one now. I don't know why they do this. Deceleration and descent checklist is complete. Below 30,000 we can now arm the flight reversers, the in-flight reversers. So engine control panel. Roll shift and 2. No, maybe it's not like. On the engine control panel, well, that's the engine. Ah, flight reverser arm. There we go. Right, there we go. Flashy light. And we can see that the buckets are out now. In-flight reverse. How weird is that? So this is going to make us drop like an absolute brick. Localizers coming in. So approach checklist, cabin crew steward call. 15 minutes. How'd you do that? Oh. Myself a fighting chance. You can't click it anyway. Oh, we've got the Vorlock. That's kicked in. Good. It's a bit early, but lights can come on. Seatbelt sign can come on. Rad INS is already set. We've done that. This can go to approach for the engine control schedule. Secondary air door switches can go to auto. They already are. Brake fans check off. They are. Engine feed pump should all be on, which they are. 1-3 is required. Set SSB switch to open. SSB. Fuels checked, SI bugs are done, visor nose will come down in a bit. Cool. Altimeters. Altimeters can go to local QNH now, which is 1018. Look, that EasyJet's caught up. How the frig's he done that? Right, there's flight level 100. So now what I want to do is IAS acquire. We can kill the reverse. There we go. And we can go to... Go to vertical speed. I'm going a bit quick here. Let's do an out hold. Get that speed down. The EasyJet said final in 7 minutes. Right, what was the ILS frequency? 1113. I'm sorry mate, but I've got priority over you. Yeah. BFG's moaning again. Flight engineer's not doing his job. I'm just going to mute that. As soon as we hit 250 knots, we can go to IAS hold. This is going to be touch and go with this EasyJet. We're actually a bit far out.
Altitude alert, 1000 to go.
Yeah, okay, check. .38 miles, so we actually decelerated and got down a lot quicker than I thought we were going to. So this EasyJet's probably going to get in front of us if he keeps his flipping speed up, which it looks like he's doing. So we're going to come in dead slow. Oh, look at the condensation on the wing. But yeah, we dropped a bit too much. I didn't think we were actually going to get down that quick. Fuel's still good. Party piece, drop the nose 5 degrees. Localizer kicked in yet? I think it has actually. He's just said 15 miles to go, I'll be as quick as I can, and I said much appreciated, I'll be as slow as I can. I can't go any slower than this, and we're struggling at this speed really. So I think we have got the localizer, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go heading hold, change this to 111.3, and then go back to Vorlock. We're alright, no need to panic just yet. Will do when I slam it into the ground at 2,000 feet a minute, but that's future me's problem. We can stick the second auto throttle on actually. Now we're subsonic. And there's the localizer. I'm going to key 1120 back into here just for reference. Oh, that's the nav INS. So can I change from nav 1 to nav 2? Or can I only do INS 1 to INS 2? It's 25 miles to go. At 9 DME, we want to be at 2,400. I'm just going to gingerly bring us down. Right, let's bring it all the way. On a pos rep. I'm glad it's come now and not in like 2 minutes time. I'm going to arm land. I think I'm doing that right. We'll find out in a minute, won't we? See if it works. See if it chooches. On nav accuracy, just out of interest, 54, so it's still not too bad actually. That guy looks like he's on very short final, so we're good on that. I'm going to bring our speed back. 200 knots. We've got the glide slope now, it is above us as I would expect.
Radio altimeters are active.
So let me just sort out this. You've got a good view of what's going on there. I've got my charts. Charts are looking good. $15 miles to go. I think I can see the airfield there. We are coming in as slow as I can get away with for spacing. I think that guy's down now. He must have, I think he's just put his wheels down. Look at that attitude. Ay, ay, ay. Wow. Got to get a print screen of that. One light shot. Upload. Put that in the chat. Okay. 12 miles. So, nose down. All the way. Landing checklist. Gear down. Feedback. So gear is down, 3 greens. Nose is down, green light. Brakes. Check normal. Anti-skid. Checked. Fine. Auxiliary inlets, don't care, that's not me. Yellow system. Checked. Normal. Landing checklist is complete. So we're just waiting for that glide slope now. I don't know what our VREF is. I'm going to see if we can get away with a little bit slower. Oh, there's the wind kicking in. I'm going to get feet on pedals ready to stamp on the brakes because remember we got no auto brake. Jesus, this is windy. Hopefully we haven't got too much wing rock so that I can keep speed as low as I dare. My glide kicks in. There it is, it's moving. Gonna capture it. On the glide. Nose coming down. Excellent, it has caught it. That attitude, aye aye aye. Bordering on tail strike territory, isn't it? Suppose we can't flare much. So we're on the glide, we're on the localizer, everything looks good. Wish me luck, troops, wish me luck. Oh. Big bit of nicotine courage. Do not encourage you doing that, but whatever, you're your own person, do what you want. Bang on here.
1,000 feet radio.
Checked. Wake myself up in the seat to see what we're doing. Get ready to kill these auto throttles. And let's see if we can not slam it into the floor, and these lag spikes are not going to help. Right, auto throttles away. I'm going to leave the thrust where it was. Auto land is flashing something rotten at us.
500 feet.
Stable.
Get ready to kill the autopilot.
400 feet.
Jesus, that wind.
100 to
300
go.
feet.
Oh, Jesus, that wind.
200 feet.
Continue.
100 feet.
Jesus, that wind. Oh, why put a lag spike there?
50. 40. 30. 20. 50.
Pull back. Jesus, that's going to be heavy. It was a bit.
$100 knots.
Well, we could have come in a lot quicker.
75 knots.
I'm going to kill the reversers because we're going all the way to the end of the runway. And we're down. We're down, boys and girls. We are flipping down. Who'd have thunk it? We're on time. Nice. What was our landing rate? Don't know. I'll tell you in a bit when could have come off at the high speed. Okay.
50. 40.
Brake fans are going to need to come on. In fact, they don't actually, but we're going to put them on. Landing and taxi lights. Landing lights can come off.
$20 knots.
Master warnings inhibit. Nose up to 5 degrees. Flight control inverters can come off. And get at them. SSB can close. Oh shit. Ramp spill master switches. You can see here. Manual. Oh, it's not going to let me do that. Come on, let's taxi somewhere. I'm going to make my life a bit easier and kill engines 1 and 2. Sorry, 2 and 3. Auto ignition can come off, which the flight engineer's doing. Heaters and stuff can come off. Really hard to do whilst you're trying to taxi in a straight line. Shut up ponging, will you? All the NCI stuff can come off as well, demisters and what have you. Transponder can come off. Go to standby. Pressurization can be checked. It should be handled. Yeah, we're good, no pressures. Secondary air doors is not me. Brake temp lights. After landing checklist is complete. Okay, so just got to worry about taxiing in now. And I think, well, should we go and park right next to him? Yeah. I haven't got scenery for Keflavik, is probably obvious. So I've got no auto dock or anything like that. Let's go and park right next to this chappie. Who is he? Highland Ratcliffe. Did I pronounce that right? Well, if you are watching, mate, thank you very much for the your fast approach. Very good of you. So remember how far the nose wheel is behind here. We've got to pass where we want to be, and then we'll kick it over. I hope his model matching's picking this up. I don't know if Concorde's in model matching. Yeah, I don't have GSX unfortunately or anything like that, so we've got no marshallers or anything. And there's no easy dock here, unfortunately. Where my nose wheel's gone. I think I hit the ground that hard. And there she is, old Pointy, coming in. That'll do us. So, parking brake on. Parking checklist. Brakes are set to park. Lights off. Nose visor can come up for parking. Ground power can come on. I'll tell you what, no, ground power can't come on yet. We'll kill engine 1. And now engine 1 is dead, we can now request ground power. So we now have ground power, so we can now kill engine 4 and get all the warnings that go with it from the GPWS. There we go. So Jenny's can come off now because the engines aren't turning. Jenny's away. HP valves are shut. Throttle masters can come off. Anti-collision lights can come off. Seatbelt sign can come off actually as well. We can disarm the doors. That one. Nav lights, they can come off. Whatever that is can come off. Oh, that's a test switch. Smoke, yeah, you can smoke now if you want. Engine anti-auto ignition should all be off, which it is. Shut up. Air bleed control. Shut, yes, good one. An easy one to forget. Air bleeds are shut. Ground conditioning available. That's a good one. Do that. Let's request ground air. Fuel panel, fine. Batteries can come off. They are. INS can come off. They are. Transponders already on standby. Brake fans can come off now. So much easier when you know when things are. Flight deck door can be unlocked. Parking checklist complete. Stopover checklist. Flight control inverters all off. We can turn off all of that jazz. All that's gone to mechanical. Air data computers can come off. Brain power as required. Packs can come off. Packs off. Emergency lights off. Stopover checklist is complete. And therefore, last thing to do is kill the ground power. And then just spam that and hopefully it should disconnect everything. And I've just sent something flying. And there we are, Pointy is down on the ground, debriefing. Vertical speed at touchdown, 533 feet per minute. Yes, that was heavy. I do not deny that was heavy. We could have, stroke should have come in a little bit faster than we did. Let's just kill that ponging. Shut up. How are you still ponging? You've got no power. Where are you getting power from? I don't understand. I should probably turn off hydraulics. That's not on the checklist. So there we are. Thank you very, very much for watching. This will go on the YouTubes as soon as YouTube's finished transcoding it. And yeah, that was my first proper flight in Concorde on VATSIM, supersonic, all the checklists, all the good stuff. If you liked it, then put a comment down in the doobly-doo and we'll do it more if you guys like it. I certainly loved it. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. Have a cracking rest of week and weekend. Next stream is probably going to be on Sunday because I'm away tomorrow and Saturday. So look forward to that. But until then, see you later.